Welcome everybody to another exciting episode with J.Coole James. Today we're going to be reviewing the Artist XP Pen 22E Pro. Alright, so how does this version differ from the 22E? Well, it differs in a lot of ways. For starters, when you look at it, it looks like it's exactly the same product. But the software is a lot different, and there's a few key upgrades that make this one a lot better than the 22E, the original. For starters, now instead of 8 hotkeys, you have 16. So what they've done is they've changed the software to now run, instead of just 8 express keys mirrored on either side, now I have 8 express keys on one side, and these are completely separately programmable on the other side. So now I'm able to save at the touch of a button, open up a brand new layer, or even just bring up the software that runs the program all together. So now I can calibrate the pen pressure, everything, all at the touch of a button with the brand new set of express keys. The pen is still pretty much the same functions and features. You still have 2 buttons, so I'm able to toggle between the pen and eraser tool, and then I still have my right click. XP Pen did a good job on this pen, because now instead of 2048 levels of pressure sensitivity, you now have 8192 levels of pressure sensitivity. You don't have to scratch around trying to figure that out. You have your pen pressure there. All you have to do is touch, and you can adjust your pen pressure. And they're so proud of this pen that they even put their name on it this time. I don't blame them for not putting their name on the last pen. This pen's a much better upgrade. And you can change your express keys in here, and this is where you can find how you change them. You go to the function key, and then you just type in whatever it is that you want. Okay, so this screen is the same size. It's still 21.5 inches, but the texture and the finish of the screen protector is a lot different, and also a lot better than the first one, even though the first one I got didn't have air bubbles except for the ones that I put in there. But this screen protector has a much better finish to it. I can definitely feel the smoother texture, and that matte finish. It kind of, as you can see, it kind of disperses even the glow of the camera light. But that dispersion effect is only because it's a matte finish. So that's one of the new features as well. Not just the pen, with quadruple the sensitivity, double the express keys, but also the feel of the matte finish. And the new pen holder is nice as well. It comes with 2 pens, like most of the monitors do. They're rechargeable, so that's not really an issue, because while one is charging, you can work with the other one. And I honestly haven't had to charge the pen since I bought them, and I've been using it for over a month now. I charged this pen, and I'm actually trying to let it die to see how long it lasts. I've been drawing for hours upon hours, and it's shown no signs of failing. I haven't even had to use the second pen. But the pen holder is pretty nifty. It doubles as a stand when you're not using the entire pen holder. You have the entire barrel. It's got a little sleeve that the barrel goes in, which is nice. And then at the bottom of the stand, you have 8 pen nibs, and also you have a nib remover down in there, so you can remove your old nibs. You stick your pen in there, you'll hear it click. You can pull it out at an angle, and I didn't want to do it, but it's so easy, it comes right out as soon as you put it in there. So that's a pretty neat feature as well. So you got your extra nibs and everything, and like I said, it comes with this nifty sleeve. Comes with the glove, and here are some of the cables and cords that the 22E Pro comes with. You've got all your guides, you've got extra cables, you've got a screen cleaning cloth, you've got your charging pen cables. This time, instead of a disc, the software comes on a flash drive, which for me didn't work. Just go to the XP Pen website and you can download the latest software from there, and that worked just fine. There was no issues for me with the driver. This one was a lot smoother than the 22E. The 22E I had to download a few times, or I think I even had to let them know that the latest driver, I had to go back a driver on the 22E, and not use the latest one, but the previous version, in order to get it to work on the 22E. With the 22E Pro, I've had no issues with. I didn't have to re-download the software the first time. It was a go. It's smooth, easy. They definitely smoothed out some of the kinks on that aspect. So the pros to the 22E Pro, you have double the express keys. You've got the paper-like finish on the screen protector. That's a huge plus. You've got quadruple the pressure sensitivity on the screen, or I'm sorry, on the pen. And not only that, but I think the 22E Pro It's a bit smoother as far as the interface is concerned. I do like the stand. It's the exact same stand that's on the 22E. As far as, you know, the things that you can do with this stand, and you know, if you kind of want to hang it off the table a little bit and just give yourself a little extra, little playroom, or maybe like to work in your lap. I know the Wacom stands and even some of the Huion stands allow you to do this. You can do the same thing with the XP pen. You know, I can leave it there with no hands. It's not supported by anything. So I'm able to, you know, hang it off the desk a bit and kind of work in my lap, which, you know, can be comfortable for a while. You kind of want to change positions if you're going to be drawing for extended periods of time. I know I like to. And then, you know, you have the ability to adjust your stand still. You can lay it almost all the way flat and work like that if you're more used to traditional paper. Personally myself, I like mine a bit more erect, and that's where I like to be. Excuse me. With the new matte finish, a lot of that squeak that you get when you're breaking in the newer screens and the new pen nibs, that squeak is diminished. It's still there a little bit for maybe about the first couple hours of drawing. Every now and then you'll hear that little eek. It's kind of like nails on a chalkboard. Don't be alarmed. Like I said, once you break in the nibs, break in the screen protector, all that goes away. But it's definitely a lot more diminished on the matte finish screen in comparison to the gloss screen protector from the previous version. Another thing you'll notice too is the cable placement is on the side here, which is great because now it doesn't matter how far down you put your tablet, you're never going to be crunching or crushing those cables there because there's nothing there, because of the way that they're placed. There's nothing in the way, there's nothing intruding, and so you don't have to worry about having to replace your cables over time. Some of the other tablets, they come out of the bottom, and that's been a design issue. Not sure who came up with that. Wasn't their brightest idea, but this definitely works. Okay, so let's talk about pros and cons. Let's open up a new tab here and I'll just run a quick sketch for you guys. So what we're dealing with here, as far as this tablet is concerned, like this where everybody can see. The stands right now are designed in a way where they come down and you've got these little round foot pegs. Okay, that's fine, but when you're putting round on a flat surface, I think that you could do something better. So XP, if you're listening, what I'd like to see from you guys is flat foot pegs. You still keep the same rubber. Let's go with something flat. And let's just put a little texture there on the bottom. You guys can see what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything fancy, just giving you a demonstration. You know, we can come down, have those same rubber grips, but they can be squared, and then we can just put a little texture down there, you know, kind of like little booties. So something flat instead of these round foot pegs I think would be nice. As far as these, what everybody's calling the off-brand tablets, Huion, XP Pen, Oogie, they're all very similar. They're all using some of the same parts, and they're all very generic looking. You have this basic square shape, and I think that interchangeability of parts is what keeps the price point low. I'd like to see something a little bit more custom, a little bit more unique, a little bit more pretty. But if keeping it generic is what's going to keep the price point low, then, you know, I'm okay with that. Like I said, I'd like to see something a little bit more unique, but I'm not going to complain about the design. Overall, I'm going to give this a 5-star rating, especially for the price point. Right now in the market, this tablet is going for $4.99 on Amazon. This is a $500 tablet, and like I said, now it's the Artist 22E Pro. And I do believe that Pro belongs in the name. I think that they've taken this to a professional level tablet because saving time is something that's huge to an artist in your workflow. If you're trying to do anything professional, anything that you want to sell, you're trying to get work out, you got to press it out, you've got deadlines, etc., etc. Well, now you've got the express keys to be able to do that. I can switch between everything. I've got my wand tool if I want to select something. I can go back and forth between my brushes, different settings. I can open up the software and recalibrate at the click of a button. I can save my work. I can open up new layers. All of that I can do at the click of a button. So those are things that I think are important to a digital artist, especially to a professional. So this is no longer just a hobbyist tablet. So I think that they've done a great job. Again, I'm going to give it 5 stars. Anything else comparable in the market is going to be a $300 price jump. So if you're looking to get into digital art and you're looking for a good screen tablet, this is definitely a great deal. And I purchased this one myself. XP Pen didn't send me any tablets, so I'm just giving you guys an honest review so you can make an informed decision for yourselves. All right, this is J.Coole James signing out. Holla at your boy.